Hello everybody!
Hi.
Day 4 of lockdown.
Oh, actually, no, that's not there.
No, we're going backwards. Well, anyway, I don't know. The weather in Belfast is beautiful here today. Sunny, blue skies. I went out this morning. It's funny that the number of words that there are to describe the weather in Irish terms. I came home and you said, "What's it like?" And I said, "Well, it's between sharp and fresh." But it's not quite sharp.
It just felt cold to me.
Well, look, we're trying to educate people with Ulsterisms. Sharp and fresh, okay?
Well, I was thinking on my
Yes.
walk that it was cold,
Okay.
but I was also reflecting on the fact that life is full of contrasts.
It is.
And I think, it's full of contrasts at every season. It has felt full of contrasts in this season as well. And yesterday morning I woke up with a real, with a heavy heart, because we were thinking about our little grandson Jude, who would have been 6 yesterday. And that was, it was a hard day. And so many people are coping with hardships and losses and grief in this time. But then I was sort of thinking as well that we actually went to bed and
Careful.
I had to
Steady girl.
no, I had to say to you, right, that's enough, I need to go to sleep now, because you were putting on that many silly voices
Yeah, well,
and
that's
stupid
true.
I mean, my favourite saying to Paul is, "You haven't an ounce of sense,"
That's true.
which he doesn't. And so he was doing stupid voices last night. It was making me laugh, and I thought, like, in the stretch of one day, you can carry two things
That's true.
together
Yeah.
at the one time, and that's what it is to be human. That we carry grief and we carry loss, and it's not even that you quickly move on and you move to the fun side of things. You actually carry them both.
Yes.
At the
And you
same
dip in and out of them,
time.
don't you?
Yes.
That's right. That's why when you go to a funeral, sometimes it's the funniest times, and it's not funny at all, but actually I seem to see the humour in the middle of it.
You can, but it just made me think, and it made me think too about Jesus and how he really identifies with us in that as well, because we tend to think of the Lord, that verse in Isaiah, he was a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief.
Yes.
And so that's how I think we categorize him. But yet I always love the fact that the children wanted to be around him, and if kids wanted to be around somebody, he wasn't.
He couldn't have been too grumpy.
And the other thing is that other people accused him of being a party animal.
Yeah.
And in fact, he, at the wedding of Cana of Galilee, he changed the water into wine, but it was ridiculous.
And the church has been trying to change it back into
Ever
water ever
since.
since.
But it was a ridiculous amount. They said that they calculate that was almost 1,000 bottles. So I don't feel so bad about
that's true.
the number of bottles I've got.
That
That's
you've been
quite
guzzling.
No, but that's quite modest in comparison.
It is.
So anyway, I was just thinking about the fact that the Lord understands that human mix that we are, because he experienced it too.
That's
And
very
it really helped me. And it's also that fact of when you're in the middle of a moment's sadness, it's not that you want anybody to stick a Christian sticking plaster on you either, and give you a verse or say it's going to be all right, but it's that at this, the next breath, you actually can find something to smile or laugh about. And so anyway, that's what I've been
Well, that's
thinking
very
about.
good. I suppose I'm on a sort of a semi-rant.
Oh dear.
I know we don't really do that, but no, I've been reading in Acts again and really stirred by Paul and his passion to proclaim the gospel. And I've been reading a lot of stuff on social media, and honestly, sometimes I just think, get a grip on yourself, will you?
Oh dear.
Well, in terms of, I'm back to the boundaries thing again. Paul, in Acts 16, he's in prison. They've been badly beaten. They're in the stocks. They get out. They wherever they go, they create trouble, mayhem. There's riots. They're chased from pillar to post. And eventually, At the end of 16, his friends say, look, you're going to Athens tonight. You know, it's sort of a bit of R&R for you. You just need to tone it down a wee bit. Just need to calm yourself down. Just go and see the sights, sunbathe a wee bit, have a bit of moussaka when you're in Greece, and all the rest of it. Of course, the first verse, it says, he was greatly distressed at the idolatry in the place. And I thought, you know, I think this is a time of preparation, but we've got to keep in our mind that we're being prepared for something. We keep talking about there's a great harvest at the minute online. No, the harvest, well, this is a preparation.
Do you think?
I do. I think that God's people need to come out of this more passionate, more in love with Jesus, and more prepared to say, you know, depart with comfort. We've had all this comfort. It's been great. It's fine. You know, but please don't say God brought this to calm us all down. I think God's used it to put something in our hearts again. And honestly, even at the stage of life we're at, I just think, goodness sake, there's a world that needs Jesus. Paul goes for a bit of a break and he's greatly distressed. What does he do? Straight out there onto the streets. What does he do? He talks about Jesus and the resurrection. And again, I remember something that John Wimber said. He said, keep the main things, the plain things. And the gospel is about Jesus and the resurrection. And somehow I was thinking how convoluted and how tricky and how gently and softly we have let it be. Because sometimes we want to be liked by people. And it's not that we want to be disliked, but Paul didn't seem to care about that. He just said, people here are lost. And we need to tell them about Jesus. So I think this is a preparation. Forget about your comfort.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh dear.
It's all over and hopefully will be soon. But it's a preparation to share and tell and proclaim the gospel.
And in the meantime, I think to try and be as creative and thoughtful as we've talked about it before, as fruitful as we can be
in the season we're
even with
absolutely.
a certain amount of restriction.
Yes.
How can we still to a degree share Jesus with people? And I think it comes back to those contrasts as well. You know, I've been thinking a lot about listening to God's voice, and in this season it has felt like that, you know, still small voice that he spoke to Elijah in, but that's not the only tone of voice the Lord uses.
That's true.
He uses lots of, I was reading in the Psalms today and it talks about the voice of the Lord thunders. So we don't characterize him by just one thing. No. So, you know, yes, God does at times lead you by quiet waters and guide you to green pastures and restores your soul. But then there's other times that he shoves you out of the boat.
But it's all for a purpose. It's for a purpose. If all true service stems from worship, I absolutely believe that. It's the overflow of the devotion that we have for the Lord, that we want to share that with other people. But I think if all we have is a quiet time and enjoying ourselves, we've missed the point. Anyway, don't miss the point.
We'll try not to.
We'll try not to, and we'll see you on Friday. God bless you.
Bye.